opportunity possible. It's also my first time ever in Dubai, my first time addressing a conference like this, so it's an incredible honor. Thank you for your warm welcome. I would also like to thank Mr. Charles Mitzi. He is the CEO of the Malta Authority, and I think the video will serve as the perfect introduction for what I am going to say today. I have very few minutes, so I will be trying to provide you with a very small hint of taste of my country, Malta, and also about the separate immigration programs that are available for each and every one of you interested. So, the Republic of Malta is located in the central Mediterranean region. It is located exactly between Sicily and above the northern regional nations of Africa. It is an archipelago, consists of 3 main islands, Malta, Gozo and Comino, all of which are inhabited. Our population is less than 500,000 and the land is around 300 square meters, just making us one of the smallest countries in the world and officially the smallest member state of the European Union. Malta is also located at a strategic point, thus being ruled by major world powers such as the Arabs, the French, the Knights of St. John, and also have been colonized by the British for 200 years. In 1964, we obtained independence. Then, in 1974, we became a republic, the Republic of Malta. In 2004, we entered the Eurozone, became a member state, and in 2008, we entered the EMA. We adopted the Euro. Malta, through the years, has established itself as a tourist haven, as well as an international hub for business. High in the ranks of what is flourished, mostly in the foreign direct investment, with respect to iGaming, aviation, ICT, and maritime opportunities as well. Today, Malta is one of the fastest growing economies in Europe, boasting zero deficits and one of the lowest unemployment rates in the whole of the European Union. Credit rating agencies include Moody's, Fitch, and Standard & Co. Note a stable but positive outlook for the current year. Malta is the archipelago for everyone. Malta is a buzz, with events suiting everyone's taste, from pop to opera, film and theatre festivals. Gems like traditional townhouses and Maltese balconies dot the villages and make for a quaint and charming spot. Malta is the best country if one is very outdoorsy and is looking for opportunities in music and investment and the film industry. Maltese also like their cuisine. We consider ourselves as culinary experts, from all that is Mediterranean, traditional and local dishes to Asian foods and Michelin stars. Malta is a haven for foodies and gourmets. We love our wines and are very popular here. Malta is also a modern nation looking towards the future. Malta has become a multicultural, cosmopolitan country, welcoming people from all over the world. Traditional workplaces adopted new corporate structures with working clubs and hot desks becoming the go-to for network meetings and the general community life. Telecommunications is also very important, with a robust IT infrastructure with high internet speeds, Wi-Fi coverage, and we are also the first European member state with nationwide 5G internet service. It is the ideal place for any startup and entrepreneurs, with several government entities offering consultancy, support, and incentive schemes, the main governmental entity being Malta Enterprise. As you can see here, these are two of the most tall towers in Malta. This is the Porto Malta Tower, located in Sciberras, St. Julian. The Mercury Towers, which is still being constructed, hopefully to be finished by the end of 2022. Mercury Towers is replacing Porto Malta Tower as the tallest building in Malta. It will be the new financial hub for the upcoming years. PKF conferences. PKF Malta has been involved in several conferences, also conducted several roadshows internationally, promoting Malta as the country to be when it comes as a worthy jurisdiction for your investment. We have been present in India, China, Vietnam, and other Asian countries. We have also been present to numerous delegations. We have hosted delegations from all over the world visiting Malta in order to promote their immigration programs. Thus, this helps PKF Malta to expand itself across borders. Malta Migration Solutions. Malta offers a very wide range of citizenship and residency programs for interested or high net worth individuals. I'm going to discuss with you the three of the most popular today: the Maltese Citizenship by Investment Program. The first version was launched back in 2014, with a newly replaced one in 2020, now called the Granting of Citizenship for Exceptional Services by Direct Investment. The Malta and Residency Visa Program, the Residence Program, also replaced by a new one called the MPRP in 2021, the Malta Permanent Residency Program, and finally a very new addition in June 2021, the Nomad Residency Program, which I will be discussing further on. What are the advantages of investing in Malta? Firstly, the right to live, work and stay indefinitely in the Maltese Islands, access to top-tier British education and English language school hubs. I have been through the education system myself. I can assure you that it is very high level of standard, with exams being introduced to pupils at a very, very young age. Healthcare, access to a highly reputed healthcare, ranked fifth globally, even as the pandemic is ongoing. This has been shown once again. With respect to real estate, ease of investment in sound and estate market opportunities. For the past 4 years, real estate in Malta has been gradually increasing in value, so it is the best investment that one could consider, with guarantees for returns. And also Malta has the largest shipping register in the whole of Europe, thus making it one of the go-tos for yachting and shipping industry. More benefits. Being present in one of the highest countries when it comes to LGBTIQ rights and equality, we're a very inclusive and liberal country, accepting everyone. And also being access to Schengen. Schengen, if you were about Schengen, is the EU's passport-free travel area, covering all member states, which are 26. It is practically the most tangible achievement of the European integration. The first program, the Malta Citizenship for Exceptional Services by Direct Investment. One can obtain Maltese citizenship by direct investment following 36-month period, or by exception after 12 months of residency in Malta. Application process is divided into 3 stages. The first stage is the Residency Stage, in which one becomes Maltese resident. One would have to pay €2,000 as a non-refundable deposit, €5,000 for the residence permit, and €1,000 per each dependent involved, and then €27.50 for the residence card. Then, after the stage is completed, we will start the Eligibility Stage, which would involve €15,000 as a due diligence fee, and $10,000 per each dependent, a $50,000 due diligence in case the application also involves a benefactor, and also a €1,000 administration fee. It is also important to note that the due diligence fees in such cases only apply for dependents or persons involved in the application which are over 12 years. The third stage, the Citizenship Stage. The stage mainly involves one showing evidence and proof that he has or she has contributed towards the government. Mainly the €590,000 of direct investment if the 36-month residency is pursued, €50,000 per dependent, and the €740,000 as direct investment if one pursues a 12-month residency, also involving a €50,000 per each dependent. There is also a €5,000 administration fee with €1,000 per each dependent. Another requirement would be the real estate. One has either the opportunity to purchase a property with a minimum value of €700,000, or else rent a property for €16,000 per year. Property must be held for 5 years. After these 5 years, it is up to the individual what to do with the property, either sell it or rent it. There is also a requirement of involving €10,000 donation to a registered non-governmental organization. Some of the application conditions, of course, the main applicant has to be 18 plus over as years. The NGO donation that I have just spoken about will be directed to a registered sport, scientific, philanthropic, cultural, artist, or animal welfare, is according to non-voluntary organization list in Malta. Of course, successful applications under the program will be bestowed with the privilege of being Maltese citizens. And another requirement is that even though one has to either decide upon pursuing 12 months residency or 36 months residency, the only actual physical minimum requirement to stay in Malta will be of 14 days for the whole application. The Malta Permanent Residency Program, the Residency Program, the MPRP. We at PKF have been involved in the residence program since 2015. This is my senior, Mr. Pierre John, together with Mr. Sciberras, the person who has made the introductory video before me. We are very thankful to those that PKF Malta has processed numerous applications, and we have 100% success rate to date. PKF Malta also enjoys a very strong and fruitful relationship with the regulator, the RMA, or Residency Malta Agency. Investment requirements for residency program. One either has to buy a property worth a minimum of 350,000 if the property is situated in the north of Malta, or else 300,000 euros for the property located in Gozo or the south of Malta. One can also rent property worth minimum 12,000 euros located in the north of Malta, or else 10,000 euros located in Gozo, the south of Malta. The government contribution depends on which option you take. Either you purchase or you rent a property, 58,000 euro if one decides to rent a property, or 28,000 if one chooses to purchase the property. Again, similar to the citizenship program, the property must also be held for 5 years. There is also, similar to the passport program, the NGO donation of 2,000 euro to a non-governmental organization, and the non-refundable administration fee of 40,000. However, only 10,000 will need to be settled one month upon submission of the first application, and the remaining 30,000 will need to be submitted after you get the assurance of the letter of approval in principle. Processing time, very efficient and very fast, between 4 to maximum 6 months. Application process includes submission of the full application, part of it can be done online, enhanced for due diligence by the relevant authorities, the issuance of the approval in principle or an unfortunate rejection, proof of satisfaction of investment, and finally the issuance of the MPRP Special Residency Certificate. And of course you will need to visit the country, just the only time you visit the country for the residence cards. Eligibility requirements. The main applicant has to have a total assets under his or her name amounting to 500,000 euros, which can be in different funds such as real estate, bonds, funds, shares, cars, luxury goods, as long as supporting documents can of course be provided, of which 150,000 should be financial assets such as deposits and bonds. These 500,000 euro need to be only held for the first 5 years, and then one can use as wish. Also, from the previous program, the MRVP, there has been a cancellation of bonds and investment in bonds, just making it more convenient and safer for most of the applicants. Also, the sickness insurance policy, previously it was had to cover the whole of European Union, now only covers Malta. Some of the frequently asked questions, FAQs, validity period of the residence certificates and residence card. Certificate does not have an expiration, but the residence cards would need to be renewed every 5 years. Cryptocurrencies are not considered as financial assets for such consideration. There is also no age threshold for dependents, and also dependents can be added after the initial application throughout the next 5 years. Of course, after one being provided with residence can wait 5 years and then starts for the naturalization for citizenship. The purchase of the property is the distinguishing aspect of this program. Thus, taking an example for a family of 4, being the main applicant, spouse, and 2 children to obtain Malta permanent residency, the total cost would be lower to 70,000 euros, just incorporating the 28,000 euro, 2,000 non-governmental fee, and 40,000 non-refundable fee. Why consider Malta for your residence? Unlike other EU programs, investors only apply to make investment after they have received the approval in principle, meaning that the money that would have been forfeited is very low, thus being counted 10,000 euro non-refundable fee. There is also no minimum stay of requirement in Malta. Successful applicants receive their Maltese residence cards without having to reside for any period, as I have already said, except for the visit at the end for biometrics. Working around your calendar, we at PKF will make it easier for appointments to be arranged for approval and satisfaction of investment requirements. MPRP also allows for up to 4 generations in one single application, thus taking consideration of the family unit, evaluating as a one-home unit. And of course, as I already said, due to our colonial history as being ruled by the British, Malta and its majority is English speaking. In fact, the official languages are English and Maltese, thus making it easier for foreigners to navigate throughout their daily lives. The normal residency, something which is totally different and totally new, is the third and final immigration possibility I'm going to discuss with you today with respect to the Maltese jurisdiction. Normal residence permit is available for individuals who are given the possibility of working remotely and independent of any location via telecommunication technologies. Malta is already host of several digital nomads from all EU, but now we are expanding to third country nationals who usually require a visa to enter the country. Eligibility requirements, be a third country national, of course, can work remotely using IT and have a gross monthly income of minimum 2,700 euros. Applicant has to either have an employment contract with an employer registered in a foreign country, or else conduct business for a foreign company of which he or she, as the applicant, is the main shareholder or partner, or offer freelance or consultancy services of clients who are established in a foreign country with whom the applicant has an employment contract. Other conditions and requirements: one, of course, needs to have a valid travel document, health insurance as well covering only Malta, valid property or purchase or rental agreement. Of course, again, pass a ground check as due diligence and follow the standard rules and procedures similar for the visa program. Conditions: permit is issued for only 1 year, but will be renewable upon another application, cannot to stay for less than a year after issuance of the additional visa. Addition, like the residence program of other dependents families, can be considered at the beginning of the application, but also at a later stage, and such individual will not be subject to income tax because their income tax would be already taxed. The employment would be already taxed at the country of origin. Process is very fast. Submit documentation with a letter of intent of amount of stay. Takes up to 30 days with the application fee 300 euros for the main applicant and additional dependents as well 300 euros. Finally, which is something totally different from what the Maltese jurisdiction can offer, separate. PKF Malta has very good relationship with Bulgaria and also with several offices, legal offices in Bulgaria. Thus today we are here to offer you the Bulgarian citizenship schemes. These are similar to the EB5 as well, the United States EB5. There are separate rules. The first one is passive investment. One can either obtain permanent, all of the Bulgarian residency and citizenship are contacted. One first obtains residency and then moves forward to citizenship. Firstly, under the category of passive investment, one can either obtain permanent residency by investing €1 billion in a listed Bulgarian company, equities of a company or corporate bonds. And to obtain citizenship, one can either wait 5 years or else wait 1 year and double the investment. The same if one would like to invest in mutual funds or exchange rating funds in Bulgaria, an investment of €500,000, and then for obtaining citizenship, one would have to wait 5 years or else wait 1 year and double the investment. Finally, as a passive investment, one can also contribute in a venture capital or private equity, again invest in €500,000, wait 5 years and obtain citizenship, or else wait 1 year and double the investment. There, the second scenario, active investment, permanent residency by investing in a corporate setup. You create your own business in Bulgaria, invest €250,000 in the authorized share capital of the company. You also need to acquire assets in the name of a company, such as real estate property for the office building, and hire 10 employees. Then, either wait 5 years to become a Bulgarian citizen, or wait 1 year and double the investment, plus also double the employees, thus having 20 employees. Finally, is the certified investment private project. This is very catered specific, depends on the sector and industry that you are willing to invest in. However, this would require a meeting with the Bulgarian Investment Agency at the Migration Department. Conditions for the Bulgarian programs. Applicants need to undergo a pre-clearance process by the Bulgarian agencies, of course an identification check, showing that funds are readily available for such application, of course an analysis of the source of wealth and source of funds, physical presence, the right documentation is very minimal, also very few legal and translation fees to Bulgarian. Also another requirement is that one will also need to have a registration address. Applicants can either find and rent the property from their own, or as PKF Malta can help you by providing an already registered address in Bulgaria, and thus you will be able to use that. What are the benefits of obtaining Bulgarian residency and citizenship? There are different classes. Investment in financial instruments targeted at credit clients and also institutional clients. It's a very reasonable amount of investment. Residency, as yet in the start, leads to citizenship. Also various options to speed up the process. Again, minimum physical requirements. There is also no language examination taken, and this is the safest and most secure way to enter Bulgaria. Finally, a few words about the company I am representing here today, PKF Malta. We are present in more than 150 nations with 480 independent but mutually cooperative member firms. There are almost around 200,000 professionals working at PKF Global International around the world. At PKF, client service always comes first. We have a 5-point policy approach, being a passion for progress towards the future. This is carried out through a cross-border teamwork via clear action, ensuring the highest standards of service with strong support and integrity. Finally, a few words about the services PKF Malta offers, other than migration solutions. We are also available when it comes to company registration, client account opening with banks, aviation and shipping registry industry, and accounting and audit services. That's it from my end. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I hope you have found it a bit intriguing. Please don't hesitate to visit us at our booth. Myself and my colleague Ms. Miranda will be eagerly waiting to answer any of your questions, and see you back in Malta, hopefully. Thank you very much.